Hey guys, welcome to Paint Night Online with Mixed Media Girl. So today we're going to be painting this awesome umbrella painting. I'm going to make this paint night extra simple. It's also going to be a little bit faster than normal, mainly because it's about 6 bazillion degrees right now and I'm dying, and yeah, just can't get the world cool enough right now. So anyways, this is a 16 by 20 canvas. Hey, Evans Stalker. And the paints we're using are just the Craft Smart paint from Michaels. You can use any acrylic paint whatsoever, or if you don't have acrylic paint, use whatever kind of paint you have. Finger paint, you can draw it, you can use markers, etc. You are ready to paint? Great, Amisha. I got a new phone, so the angle on this is a bit different. So I might need to adjust it a little, but no worries, Ellie. Hey, Janet. Hey, Vicky. All right, so hey, Susan. Everybody in the comments, please let me know if you are painting along. Hey, Julie. And the colors I'm using are white, blue, yellow, black, and red. You can use any colors you want, and especially for the umbrella, you can absolutely do any color whatsoever. Just going to watch, no problem. Sophie's painting along. Deborah's painting. Prophetess Fry, welcome. Hey, Tara. Okay, good. We've got a bunch of people painting along. Great. All right. Come on, white. Yeah, so I'm going to make this quite simple for all of you guys, okay? Let me super fast. Well, these paints I have been using for about, I don't know, 6 years now for paint nights. So they work great for paint nights. For acrylic pouring, I would not use these. But for paint nights, they work great. Okay, we're going to start on the background. I'm using the same 3 brushes I use for all the paint nights. So a foam 1-inch brush. This is just a flat brush. I think this one's 1/3 of an inch, and then some size of a detail brush. And for anyone who cannot paint now, this will be on replay, so you can watch it later and paint anytime you want, as slow as you want, and you'll be all good, okay? Also, I definitely appreciate any thumbs up on the video, and also any super chats, super sticker, PayPal donations, anything like that is really helpful, especially since it's the last day of the month. CJ Phoenix, did you get your paintings yet? I definitely mailed them a few weeks ago, I think. I think Canada's been kind of slow. All right, so starting with my foam brush. And this background is actually really simple. You're going to go with some white and blue, and you're going to just streak down the entire canvas. I definitely recommend using lots of white. We are not going for a dark background at all. So use white very liberally as you go. And we're just going super streaky here with white and blue. And just go fast. And your canvas is white, so it's not even a big deal if you don't paint every single speck of it. And just in case anyone is wondering, I am reusing a canvas. So if it looks a little funky, that's because I just spray painted over another one. And I will do my best to answer the comments as I paint. Actually move this little table over so I can see the comments better. Okay. That's very funny, Steven or Stefan. Okay, there we go. All right. Yes, Angela, I did paint this. Okay, adding more white. Lots of white on this one. Yeah, anyone watching now, you can paint later. And you can, of course, just always hang out for the chit chat. So that's it for the basic background. Now, while this is still wet, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of yellow into it. Same thing with my foam brush. I'm not washing it or anything. This is just for some highlights. And yeah, you'll get a little bit of green, but that's okay. Add as much or as little of the yellow as you want. I like the yellow with this color combination. So I'm going to add a decent amount. All right. And then same thing with a little bit of black. Under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, eh, eh. Yes, you can stand under my umbrella. I'll share. Hi, Donald. Hello from San Diego. Okay. So same thing with the black. We just want a tiny, tiny bit on a brush. And do this while your background's still wet. See, that was too much. I'm going to go ahead and spread it out a bit with some white because we want a gray, basically. It's a dark, gloomy day, but it is not super. That was way too much black. Little bit goes a long way, everybody, including myself. I'm going to actually throw a little bit more blue in there, too. Yeah, so if you're like me and you go overboard on something, just add a little bit of white and maybe another color. Okay. All right, so for everybody painting along, let me know where you stand on this background so far. There's actually just a couple more steps to this, which ideally get done while it's wet. Yeah, where's everyone watching from? We got Indiana, Florida, Canada, Kentucky, Arkansas, Crawfordsville, Los Angeles, South Carolina, Illinois, Missouri. Cool. Wait, welcome everybody. Saskatchewan, Michigan. All right. So next step is we're gonna. Oh no! That's horrible. Next step is we're going to put the phone back. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is a live that's going to go down in history. Uh-oh. Well, the tripod broke. So let me think this through for a second. Okay. I know. And this is my brand new phone. I blame my husband. This is his tripod. I lent mine to someone else. All right, everybody hold for just a second. We're going to, you know what's crazy too is I've been so paranoid about dropping the phone today because the case isn't on it because my husband and I just painted the cases. So it has no case on it and I've been freaking out. All right. I'm going to MacGyver this real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Man, what a has been. Duct tape, yeah. Well, I got frog tape. Well, that'll have to do, hopefully. Yeah. All right. So so sorry. Okay. All right, let's everybody say a little prayer for this frog tape, please. I know, right? It's 2020. Anything can happen. Okay. Please, dear God, hold my phone. Okay, next step. We're going to take our flat brush, and I'm just going to do some starker lines that just give a little more contrast. I'm doing this with the blue first, because this is the ground, everybody. It's not a sky or anything. Oh, man. Time for a new tripod. And then I'm going to do the same thing with some white. I'm just going to take some white and do some starker lines. Now, just be careful on this step to not do a pattern, okay? Yeah, the phone seems to... Now, whether I'll be okay, I don't know. So we're just putting literally like kind of some streaks in here. Man, that frog tape better hold. I like it. You can streak with anything you want. You can do it with the yellow. You can do it with some of the black if you want. But that's literally about it for that step. Pretty simple. Keep it very simple. I just want to say thank you guys so much for your love and support. And to anyone watching this later, sorry about that. And, you know, taking super chats and PayPal donations for a new tripod, of course. Aw, thanks, Becky. Good. It's $10 towards a new tripod. Maybe I should invest in, like, a real one, not, like, these cheapo ones. Okay. So next, pick where your umbrella is going to go. Mine's going to go right here. I don't like to put it too high because then, you know, the handle will probably stick off the top of your painting. So I'll put about right here. And we're going to do some shading that's going to go under there. So I'm going to just put some extra blue here, almost like the kind of the tornado look a little bit. And in addition to that, I'm going to put a little bit of extra black. We can do more to this puddle later, or to this shading later, after we put in the umbrella. This is kind of just to get it started. Okay. I think that's good for now. All right, guys. Those painting along. I know I'm going a little bit faster this time. Mainly because I'm a little stressed about that tripod. But let me know in the comments, please, where you stand. If you're still with me, if you need me to slow down a little bit, please know. I'm going to just wait for just a second here. The comments. Okay. You're there. You're there. Okay, good. Thank you, Annette. Good. Natasha's there. All right. Excellent. So it seems like we're rolling right along. Now we're going to get into the puddles here. This is the little raindrops. I have only one recommendation, which is to keep it simple, simple, simple. I'm going to kind of actually grab a bigger space to show you, because it's kind of small on here. We're doing what I like to call swirlies, but the trick is we're not doing a circular swirly. We don't want that. What we want is a very, very, very thin oval swirly. Okay? Do you guys see the difference? Like it's just really thin oval swirly. The lines don't have to be perfect at all. And we're gonna start with blue, though factually you could start with any color. And then after the blue, we're gonna go over it with white. And then after that, we're gonna go over it with a little bit of black. And that's all it is to those little raindrops. And then you can go back to another color if you want. Like if you wanted to go back to, etc. Yeah. You're gonna have to speed it up if you just unwrap your canvas. And you can do your umbrella the other way if you want. All right, so I like to do usually like 3 or 4 of these, keeping in mind where you're going to put the umbrella. So it's really pointless to put one right here because that'd just be a waste of your time. So I'm going to put one right over here, and the key is skinny and long, sloppy, going with some blue. Oh, I didn't say, but this is my little detail brush. I'm sorry. Blue and white. I'm going to actually do a little more blue on this. And then I'm going to go in here with a little bit of the black. And that's all there is to it. Adjust as needed. Let's go ahead and do the next one. I'm starting with white on this one for no real good reason. Doesn't actually matter what color you start with. And I think I already said it, but you can add a little bit of yellow in here too. I'm gonna add some yellow in this one because we have some yellow over here. So it just seems like it fits. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and add one down here. Try not to, once again, try not to like get into any kind of pattern with these. And you can do some that are smaller, some that are bigger. Keep it simple though. One more over here. There. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but you know, pretty darn good. All right, I'm gonna rinse off my brush and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, so far frog tape is holding. Yes, we've been singing under my umbrella the whole time. This is acrylic paint, just regular old acrylic paint. This is actually the just the Craft Smart paint from Michaels. You can use any paint. All right, so next we're gonna add the actual raindrops. Now, key with this is to actually add some water to your white paint. We want really thin, watered down white paint. And then we're gonna go at an angle. Try to keep the angle the same the whole way. And don't press down on your brush. This is still the detail brush. So keep these really light and as thin as you can. If you're using the watered down white, it should be fairly easy to make these pretty thin. And last, I'll caution it, but try to not make any patterns. I like to have ones that are kind of going straight into my little puddles. Don't worry about where your umbrella is going to be. Just kind of put these all over. Different lengths. get the small ones. And they can be, some can be like barely visible. There, as much as you want. Okay, so for those check-in time again, let me know where you stand. If you're with me at this point or if you need a little more time. Also, guys, don't forget to thumbs up and PayPal or Super Chat or Super Sticker Dono if you can. The PayPal link is in the description if you like. Kind of a virtual tip jar. All right, Tara's good. Good. Natasha's here. Prophetess Fry's here. Awesome. And for anyone also that just tuned in, you can watch it on replay later. Just to warn you, my phone flew off the tripod in the middle. So there's that. Excellent. All right. Okay. Good. So now we're going to add the umbrella. So for this, you can pick whatever color you want. Yeah, we got our own comedian here. So I'm using red. I don't know why I like red. I think it just goes with this color combo well. So I'm using my medium flat brush. I already have kind of the space that I want to put this. And basically, I'm going to start with a smile. Make it small because we're going to be making this bigger. But we're going to just start with that. Now, it is a bit hard to keep the angle in mind because it's not sticking straight up. It might be easier for you to do it straight up, but we're going to do it at a little bit of an angle. Whatever angle you're doing it at, just make sure that your handle goes in the same direction. Don't angle your umbrella this way and then have your handle go this way. I've had people do that. All right. Hey, bro. No worries. Okay, so now that we have our kind of crooked smiley face, we're going to add a point here. And this is going to be the kind of central point of the umbrella. So everything's going to be framed around that, and that will be the direction. See that? So that gives our umbrella some direction. I'm going to do it a little bit over here, just adjusting it. Basically, we're going for kind of like an acorn look, but then a little more rounded. You can make your umbrella as big or as small as you want. Just go a little bit at a time. All right. Hey, Chelsea. Hey, Judy. Yay. Yes, this is my weird smile. All right. Now the top of the umbrella, well, it's really the bottom of the umbrella, but the top in the picture here is that kind of webbing. However, I like to have kind of like 2 full parts and then 2 partial parts, which makes it a little more realistic because we can't see, it's not a flat thing, it's round, right? So we're gonna add, starting over here, just kind of a series of smiley faces. So there's one. Now I'm gonna add a bigger one. So imagine you're doing waves or something. I'm gonna add a bigger one. And then the last one will be whatever you have left, the space. Then we just go ahead and fill it all in. So filling this all in with red. And hopefully you did heed my instructions to start small because at this stage you can make it bigger if you need to make it the right shape. But should be looking something like this. Could be a little wider. This one's wider actually, so I could go a little wider if I wanted to. Maybe a little wider in this direction. Totally up to you. Just adjusting this a little bit. All right. Now that we've got the basic shape of our umbrella, we're going to give it a little bit of life with some lighting and some shading. Still using the little detail brush, I'm going to take a little bit of black and I'm going to start to put in these lines. Now keep in mind this is curved, it's not flat, so you should have no straight lines. You're going to curve it in whatever direction it is. So in this case, I'm curving it to the right from this point down to the middle. Here I'm going to curve it a little bit to the left from here down to the middle. Over here I'm also going to curve it to the left. There we go. And then I'm not going to do one over here because that's going to be kind of our light side, but I'm going to add black on this side. And it looks like on that one I added some here too, so let's go ahead and do that. Seems like it works to kind of outline it a bit. All right, for those painting along, let me know where you stand. Are you with me? This is just regular, nothing in it, just paint. Good, Tara's good. Natasha's good. Judy, you missed it. Earlier on, my phone flew off of the tripod. It was very dramatic. Prophetess Fry. Excellent. Wow, you guys are doing super good keeping up with me here. Going kind of fast. All right. So, taking a little of the black and red, or whatever color your umbrella is, mix a little bit of it together, and we're going to put it along this side, because this side is more towards the ground. So we're going to basically add a bit of shading. So go ahead in this first quadrant to the right, and especially down here, dark. Bigger. It happens. This is how really funny painting memes are made. Okay, good. Now because this is close to the ground over here, it's also going to be dark. So I'm just going to basically darken this entire point. Awesome. Yes, I did paint the original on the right as well. See this little M-E? That's me. Okay, good. I'm not buffering. All right, so now we're going to add in, I'm just going with side. I'm just going to throw a little more red in here. The paint I'm using is really thin, so it's pretty transparent. So it definitely helps to put more than one layer. All right, now as I'm getting to these ones, these are going to be a little more light. So I'm going to actually throw a little bit of white in there, which also kind of helps it separate out from that one. Don't worry about your black lines there too much. If need be, you can always add them back in. But in here, I'm just adding a little bit of the white with the red. I almost said bread. With the red. I'm just giving it a little bit of life so it's not just a plain stark red. A little more white over here. Okay. And I think just for funsies, I'm also going to add a little bit of yellow in here. Feel free to play around with your colors, adding whatever you want. So maybe there's a little yellow peeking out from a street light or something, giving it a little glow. I just think it gives more interest, you know? That's pretty good. I think I'm pretty happy with that. If you're buffering, you might need to refresh. Seems to be fine over here. I hope. Okay. All right. Good, good, good. We've got the body of our umbrella, which feel free to adjust as you wish. I'm going to add a little more shading underneath here, which is going to be done with red. I'm just going to use what's left on my brush there. And then a little bit more black. Because we don't really want a floating umbrella, ideally. You can also go ahead and add a little more blue in if you want. I like to kind of go up around the sides of it a little bit, being careful. Just because, once again, it's not flat. It is round. So there would be a little shading all around it on the bottom. Just doing this back and forth. And pretty much, however big your umbrella is, your shading should be approximately that size. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I feel happy with that. Yeah, if you're late, you can just follow along later. It works. All right, now for the umbrella handle. It should be minimally the length of the top of your umbrella, but it should be a little bit longer. And most important is to have it in the right direction. Okay, so from your point here, it should pretty much go right in the middle and in that same angle. So it should not go like this. It should not go like this. If need be, you can hold another brush here for your angle. We're going to take some black with our little detail brush and do a straight-ish line. Does not have to be straight. Start small. You can make it a little bit longer. You can't make it any shorter though. If you go too long, well, then you have a really long handle. And curve it at the end. Now, umbrella handles are generally metal with a little bit of the like black plastic at the end. So I like to take a little bit of white and from about here, just go down here as if that kind of gives the appearance of it being metallic. Adds some gray there. Try to keep it skinny. If not, that's okay too. There's no frogs in here. And that is about it. That was probably the speediest I've ever painted this picture. So other than that, you want to just sign it. And then you can paint the sides if you'd like. So for those painting along, let me know if you have any questions or if you are where we're at. Okay, good. Doesn't seem like any questions here. You know, I don't really need to argue about if I painted something or not. Yes, I did paint both of these. But anyways, I'm okay with that. Awesome, Tara. And for anyone who wants to share their creations with me, feel free to post it on my page or to message me with the picture. I love, love, love seeing your guys' versions of these, okay? Jerry, you can add any lighting, shading that you want. I'm going to leave this at this for now because we could literally be here all day adding more and more, but I'm going to leave it at this for now. That's awesome, Natasha. Hope you guys are very happy with your paintings, and I will see you all next time.